So basically, like late at night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, Spider-Man: The Great Web, a 1 minute trailer got leaked of it, basically showing the concept of what the game was going to be. If you didn't know, it's a canceled Spider-Man multiplayer game. Where basically, it was going to consist of you teaming up with 4 other Spider-Man, fighting the Sinister Six through different dimensions, which basically was a cool idea. I actually, I saw the concept art of it, and I actually thought it was pretty cool. In the picture, you look like you can play as Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Miguel O'Hara, Gwen Stacy, and Ben Reilly. As you can see in the picture, looks like it was going to consist of multiple Spider-Man, basically having their own unique abilities, own unique fighting style. Basically, you were going to be fighting the Sinister Six through different dimensions, which basically it sounded like a good idea. Like, actually, I definitely would have played this if it came out. I definitely would have got it, because man, Spider-Man, I just love Spider-Man. Like, I would play anything as long as it looked good. From what I saw in the trailer, it looked very promising in the trailer, but unfortunately it was canceled due to, I guess, them working on too many things. I guess they didn't really have the budget or the manpower to make this game, to pretty much finish it until it was a finished product. Other than that, I don't really know much about it, because they really didn't show much. They just showed in the trailer, basically it was same combat as Spider-Man 1 and 2. From what I seen, I didn't really see, because they really didn't show, they just showed pretty much just Miles and Peter fighting, and I don't know if that's supposed to be Gwen, because honestly, I mean, I know it's an unfinished project, but literally, like, from what the trailer looks like, it looks like Gwen, I don't know, it looks like Peter is wearing Gwen's outfit. She literally has like the same moves as Peter, and also like literally has like the same body type. So what we gathered from the trailer, it looks like you're going through different dimensions, fighting different types of villains. I saw you were fighting symbiotes. I saw you were just fighting common thugs, and it looks like you were going through different worlds. As I saw in one part of the trailer, looks like you actually go into Peter Porker's world, which is actually pretty cool. Like, I love the concept of this. Like, the concept of this would have been amazing, but we just don't know what the actual plan was. Apparently it was going to be a live service game, which in the past, as you've seen from obviously Suicide Squad, Avengers, live service superhero games have not done well. And in a way, I'm kind of glad they canceled this project, due to the fact that it just, from the past of what we've seen, it just hasn't looked good. And Insomniac too, they're working on better things, like obviously Venom and Wolverine getting their own games. So I guess they really didn't have like the staff to work on this game constantly, because of live service games mean they're constantly adding content to the game and making it better, fixing bugs. And I just feel like they didn't have the staff to do that. And I'm kind of glad in a way that this got canceled, due to the fact that Insomniac, they're kind of known for their single player games, and they should focus on being a single player game studio. But either way, like, I still would have played this, even if it did like end up finishing and came out. I still would have played this, because man, just playing as multiple Spider-Man with your friends, beating the hell out of villains, fighting in these massive boss fights, it literally would have been fun. But the thing about that is, it definitely would have fell off quick. The thing people gotta understand is that this would have got repetitive real quick. Like, people probably would have dropped, like, this game probably would have been popular for like a good couple of months, and then people probably would have dropped it, because it probably would have gotten boring and it would have gotten real tedious and repetitive. And that's probably the only flaw that this would actually suffer from. Like, I know there's multiple Spider-Man that obviously they probably would all fight differently, have different unique abilities, which I'm all for it, but I feel like this game definitely would have died quick due to it just being repetitive and pretty much like the same concept. The thing about it, it was going to be a live service, means they were constantly going to be adding stuff to the game, probably like new Spider-Man characters, new stages, new cities. Like, I definitely would have loved if, like, literally, from what I seen from the trailer, it looks like you were going through different dimensions, sort of like on some Spider-Verse stuff. Like, you were going to, like, you would end up in Peter Porker's world. It looks like you were in Peter Porker's world in one of them, and then after that you end up in like Spider-Man Noir world. And like, literally, I feel like it was going to be that you were just going through different dimensions, as maybe the Sinister Six was going through different dimensions, just tearing shit up, and you and your spider friends have to stop it. And obviously I think there'll probably be like a big boss fight in the end with the main bad guy, like it being like Doc Ock, Venom, or Mysterio. But yeah, basically it looked like it had a cool concept. Also, apparently Scarlet Web was gonna be the one opening portals for the Spider Crew. I guess apparently she was supposed to be a character in the game. She was gonna be the one opening portals. Basically, like, oh, they need your help here. She was gonna open a portal, and basically you and your spider pals go in there and save the day. It's at the same time, it's like I don't know how to explain. It's like either it's a shame that it got canceled, but also like, man, I definitely. It's like this game would have been a hit or miss, man. Like people say they would have loved it and it would have been hype. It definitely would have been hype because it's Spider-Man. You could play as Spider-Man together, like literally co-op mode, as what some people actually wanted for Spider-Man 2. Me personally, I did not want that. I was like hoping they wouldn't do that. Because to me, online games tend to ruin, like the online genre of games tend to ruin other games, if you know what I mean. Like with Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights, those were just failures. But yeah, I definitely would not want to see Insomniac go down that route. I'm kind of glad this got canceled. But at the same time, if it did come out, I definitely would have played it because this looks like it would have been fun playing with a bunch of friends. You just, swinging around the city, going to, different dimensions, beating the hell out of villains, fighting boss fights. Or obviously it would have been like you had to work together to beat the boss. As you see, I think Peter says in the trailer too that, oh, you can do this alone. Which, I mean, if you could just do it alone, it would have just felt like another pointless DLC. But literally it just would have been like a hit or miss, man. At the same time, man, I'm kind of like once again, I'm kind of glad that they canceled this. So those are my final thoughts on Spider-Man: The Great Web, the canceled multiplayer game that we will never get. The final verdict is basically it was a good idea. It would have made millions. People would have bought it, but I definitely feel like this game would have got boring real quick. People would have dropped it, saying that, oh, it's repetitive and it's basically the same crap. So like in a way, I'm kind of glad this got canceled. Obviously, people have mixed opinions, and I don't, just don't get mad at me just for saying, oh, it would have been kind of repetitive. So basically that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you're new, and see ya.